Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my ReCore video walkthrough. This is Mission 21, Eden Tower, and the Victor boss fight. So, now that all the filler episodes are done and we have our 45 prismatic orbs, it's time to tackle the Tingle Tower and the final boss, effectively. So Victor is a combination of pretty much all the different kind of enemies that you fought, but he looks more like a chimp. One of the AP3s, I think they're called, a bit like your Duncan. And what he does is he does the Duncan moves along with the projectile moves of some of the other enemies, and he changes colour, and he frequents between his colours. For the most, he's not too strong, he doesn't do that much damage, he's a pretty fair boss. The only confusion that you'll have, which the confusion that I had, which I don't think you need for this particular fight, is right now. So he will blind you with this monochrome vision, and you then have to discover what colour the creatures are by flicking between the affinities. If you see the coloured numbers, it means you're on the right number. If you don't, it means you're shooting them with the wrong thing. And for some reason, I am not changing my gun for this creature, even though this is not the right damage at all. So I don't know why I'm doing that, but it just goes to show you don't have to try that hard to beat this boss, because it's very simple. And the sad part about this is the final boss is just this, but with a different ending. So I don't know if they ran out of budget or time or insert excuse, but if you can do this, you've already beaten the last boss and you know exactly how to do it again. At the end, there's just one slight difference that's kind of annoying. But do you see the damage that just did? Compare that to the laser that hit me on the very first episode of this walkthrough. That took off nearly a half of my life. The final boss hits me with a blue shockwave special move, weird like AoE, and it takes off 1/20th of my HP. It doesn't correlate, does it? At the beginning, I got damaged a lot, so I was in a really tough place. See how the numbers now are doing big damage? Find the colour, finish the enemy. Use the lethals from your buddy. I've got Duncan and Seth. Seth's my guy to fire the shots, swap to Duncan, beat up the people. And that's the end of the fight. So there you go, guys. All you had to do is drop his life, and now he's going to run away. And this is actually much earlier in the recording, because I got up to this before I went and did a bunch of those hunts for the prismatic cores. So if you see something different between my levels, or between my buddies, or something like that, like my abilities and stuff, it's just because the way I've edited it. I've edited it in sequence, as if I did all the cores before I got here, but in truth, I came here, and then I went and did the Tingle treasure hunt. So this is the point where you realise they did not design the end of the game to flow and be all that great, because every door is going to tell you you need cores. And do you see how it says I only have 34 cores there? I have more than 34 cores. You know this, I know this, but of course, the magic of editing. I'll see you in the next video where we take on the first floor of the tower. This is where you're going to actually need this walkthrough if you ever do, because this is where it gets a bit more intensive. But for the most, if you've got this far, you have the skills to do it, you shouldn't have any issue with the rest of the game. Thank you very much for watching, and you take care now.